For the second part of your bobblehead project, you will again have a squarish chunk of clay, and later on during class I will get your part 1 part passed out. I'll get your body passed out later on during class, because we have to check the body and make sure it fits the head. So we've got a head, and like before, if you plan on making any extra parts to stick out, rip off a chunk of clay for ears or anything else you have that sticks out. So Art Girl is going to have a paintbrush in her hair. She's going to have a ponytail. And just like before, we have to start with a pinch pot. So squeeze it or smack it and roll into a ball. Does not have to be perfect, just don't over roll. Thumb goes in, just like before. Pinch. And just like before, you do not want to make the walls very skinny because it can break, it can split. And if you have cracks, smooth with finger, roll on table as needed, kind of smooth things out, give yourself a slightly better shape for your little head. You can use a little water to fill some cracks in. No drowning, please, and thank you. Before I start building, I have to take this and take my head and put things together, make sure it's going to stay on. So it stays on, and I do have a little wiggle room. Now, if this is too tall, if I have too much of a gap, I can always take this and make it shorter. And I'm gonna also make this a little skinnier. Put this on top. All right, good. So it's not hitting the shoulders, but it has room to wiggle, which it'll wiggle a lot better when the clay is dry. So do not during class set this on there and leave it there for a long time, because your clay is in the stage where things can break really, really easily. So we're just testing really quickly, making sure there's wiggle room, and then take it back off. Okay, so now that I've got my pinch pot and I know it's gonna fit, I know it's gonna work, I can make some little parts for my person. And remember, one more time, most of the details on these will be painted on. So just the things that stick out is all we're worrying about. And these characters don't have noses or anything. So I wanted my little character to have a paintbrush in her hair. So I can go ahead and draw the line where I want her hair to go, so I know where to put things. There we go, it all matches up. Okay, I'm gonna take this and roll it between my fingers to make myself a little paintbrush. And that's kind of big, so I'm gonna break the end off or pinch it. To make it look like a paintbrush. To make her hair so beautiful. And yes, we have to slip and score, just like before. You can take the extra, kind of wipe it off. Other techniques you can use on clay involve this little toy. So for example, if you wanted yours to have pointy ears and it's too hard to shape with your hands, you could always use a loop tool to cut them. You can use one of these tools to carve, so I can dig in a little bit and carve out a shape. If you wanted something to have skinny little fingers or any pointy detail, you can use this and slice. So it carves, it cuts, it slices. And before you say you're done, make sure any cracks you don't want are smoothed over. And just like before, we need your name on the bottom of this one too. And if you can't get it written on there, then I will write it for you. Need your name and your class. And then these have to sit and dry. Next time you see them, they will be white, and we will be painting them.